So we're going to do nail dipping colour on natural nails, and I'm using the SNS liquids today. So the base and the activator, or the sealer, and the gel and everything are SNS, and the powders that I'm using, the colours, are my Nail Obsession. So let's get on with it. So before any service, you need to do your prep. As you would know this, if you're a nail technician, just do your normal prep. So here's just an idea of what I do, so you can follow that or do your own prep, what you're used to. I've used a gel base here, and I'm going 3/4 of the way up the natural nail, and then I'm going to dip it in the natural set. And the natural set I'm doing as a first coat, just to add, it's like a builder, like a base to give it strength. This is your foundation. So we go 3/4 of the way up the natural nail, and then we dip. And I go through and I do all 10 nails, and then go on to the next step. Then we'll move on to our second coat of colour. It's applied exactly the same as the first. The glitter powder is applied the same way. Make sure that after your second coat, you give the nails a really good dust all around and underneath the nail, so that you're not contaminating your clear powder with your glitter or your coloured powder. We're going to apply our sealer dry, or our activator, and this is what makes everything dry. So without the sealer dry, your top coat will not dry and your nails will not dry enough to buff them. It will take a very long time. I guess they would eventually, but you don't have the sealer, you'll go to file and it'll just come away. So then we just give them a file and shape. I usually start with the shaping, just refine the shape, and then I just go over the entire nail with the file. You don't need to file a lot with dipping products, with the ones I've used anyway, SNS and My Nail Obsession, also Chiaroscuro I've found to be quite good. It's all in the application, so once you get your application really spot on, there's very little filing, and you usually only need a 180 grit, if that. If you're using 100 grit, just go very gently. But if you get your application right, then you won't get lumps and bumps, and it's just a matter of smoothing the surface and then going over it with a block buff. So just give it a quick block buff. So yeah, the sealer dry on all 10 nails, and give it a minute, and then we're ready for our top coat. And just remember, the sealer or the activator must never come into contact with the top coat. If you still have wet sealer on your nails when you go to apply your top coat, the top coat brush will harden instantly, and lots of people have problems with that. So trust me when I say make sure you let your sealer dry. It only takes a minute or two to dry, and if you feel that you're not sure, go over the nails with a lint-free wipe just to make sure they are thoroughly dry. And then we're going to apply a thin coat of top coat. We do 2 coats, very thin. You want good coverage, you don't want any patches, but you do want it to be quite thin. We're done. We give it a minute to dry. That's the end of the show, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.